I don't know who I want to level up, but let's see. Finish leveling up. I'll level up or something today. What is today? Friday? I keep missing that, man. What's today? Thursday. I don't even know what sword to put on the net. This is not too bad of a sword, to be honest. 12% increase in attack and movement speed. I do have another R4. I should level this up, maybe. This is Saturday. Okay.
Take it easy. Let me weave you a verse. No, my sword! Huh?
Stand clear! Kiss! Absorption test!
Things are about to get dicey. Gotcha! Quietly now. Gotcha!
Animal test 6308!
Quietly now. Body and mind.
Fine.
Absorption test.
Here comes the catch. Busted. Quietly now. Rain outlines your fate.
Add Astro. Thank you for Add Astro.
Is it still not ready yet? Come on now.
Take it easy. Witness the power of Gua. Time to act.
This is order.
Enhanced Animal Module 75.
Game's up. Fun's over. Busted. Gotcha.
Looks good.
Take it easy.
Okay, please tell me that this didn't start over.
Take it easy.
I don't think it did. No way it didn't. I hope not. Okay, good.
What do we do? The whole situation is... Good plan. Impossible things don't just happen. We'll get to the truth one way or another.
Just relax. Even if everyone else suspects Lenny and Lynette, at least we will be supporting them from the stands. Besides, I doubt Farina understands any more about what happened than we do.
Thanks, Navia. Well, we'll be going then.
Best of luck to you.
Ah, finally, you're back. Well, how did your investigation go?
To be honest, you might be disappointed.
No. We're already very grateful that you were willing to help.
Well now, don't you all look disappointed. Don't tell me that your investigation came up empty-handed. That was to be expected, of course. The guilty can never produce proof of their innocence. But don't let that stop you. I shall be terribly disappointed should you, my most anticipated foe, concede so easily.
Since both parties are present, I declare that the trial regarding the magic show incident is now in session. Firstly, in order for the audience to understand the causes and results of the incident, could we please have Mr. Linney explain the trick?
Yes, of course. I will explain while Lynette demonstrates on stage. All the necessary items have been prepared.
Thank you, Mr. Linney. In that case, I take your statement to be that you ran to and remained hidden within the magic box in the audience stands once the trick began, and thus could not have committed the crime. Is this correct?
Yes, that's correct, Your Honor.
In that case, I call upon the prosecution. Lady Farina, do you wish to refute his statement in any way?
Why, of course I do. Allow me to take the first shot and break this case wide open. Mr. Linney is clearly lying. There is no way you could have been in the box the whole time if you were to abduct Halsey and murder Cowell. In fact, I'd say you were hardly in that tunnel at all.
That is simply your hypothesis based on the presumption that I'm guilty.
Oh, is that so? And if I may ask, what did you hear while you were inside your box?
The roaring countdown of the crowd, of course. That's how I kept track of the time and built anticipation for the finale.
And you didn't hear anything else at all? Nothing that might leave an impression of any kind?
No, nothing.
I see. But when the count reached 30 seconds or so, there was a thud. One so loud that I believe practically everyone heard it.
Huh?
Hey, hang on. Something's not right here.
Yeah, I'm sure he could have heard a noise that loud from inside the box.
I was right by the box, and I definitely heard the thud.
Look at those scales. Could those mean...
Well then, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to use the words of the magician himself. You never know what can happen in the blink of an eye. Indeed, it seems his alibi can also collapse in the blink of an eye. Of course, I have armed myself to do far more than smash your alibi. Confidence cannot go unfounded, and my foundations are rock solid. Tell me, aren't you and Lynette actually from the House of the Hearth?
The House of the Hearth?
No wonder they did something like this.
So the serial disappearances were the Fatsui's doing. Now it all makes sense.
I've got a feeling that what happened on stage probably wasn't just an accident.
That's irrelevant. Our identities have nothing to do with what happened.
Indeed. Then perhaps you could tell us everything that happened during that 1 minute. Your first priority is to prove yourself innocent, after all. I'm sure there is little that needs to be kept secret now. Unless your script already has holes in it. The Outlander is speechless. My, oh my, don't they look flabbergasted? Now comes the infighting and discord, I suppose. This was almost too easy. Good thing I made all those preparations. Seems the all-nighter I pulled last night is really paying off.
Hey, Linny! Why didn't you tell us this before?
Order! Order! Mr. Linney, allow me to re-establish the facts. Lady Farina has raised 2 points. First, when the thud was heard in the Opera House, you were neither in the box nor the tunnel. Second, you and Ms. Lynette are both members of the House of the Hearth. Are these claims true? Please answer my question, Mr. Linney.
I'm sorry. Yes, they're true, Your Honor.
I knew it!
Well, that's it. We might as well move on to the sentencing already.
What should we do now?
Granted. In that case, what is your request?
Is that really necessary? They're already as good as guilty.
The defendant deceived their own attorneys. What is there left to discuss?
Order! Order, I say! Your request is reasonable, and we shall adjourn. This trial will reconvene in 1 hour.
So you would stick to Mr. Linney's defense even after knowing what you do now? You certainly have more professionalism than I thought. In that case, my dear audience, let's allow the joy of victory to steep for a little while longer.
Well, this is awkward. I didn't think the Hydro Archon would dig all that up. I'm sorry, Traveler and Paimon.
Yeah, sorry.
Paimon doesn't know where to start. We trusted you two. We based our entire reasoning on the assumption that you weren't bad guys. Not to set the wrong tone or anything, but Paimon's really mad!
I'm very sorry. I know you're angry, and reasonably so, but please, let me explain. I know you've clashed with the Vitui several times before. I wouldn't be surprised if just hearing the word is enough to make you upset. But our organization is very, very large, and the Harbingers have very different personalities and goals.
Right now, we want to save people. As many as we can.
That's right. I'm sure we're on the same page when it comes to this nation and the disaster that its people might face. I knew if it weren't for our respective identities, we could become good friends. That's why I didn't wish to flat out lie to you, but chose to hide some details instead. The truth is very important, but being completely transparent about everything would see us spending more effort than we need to.
That explains why they were in the same trailer as Ardashino. How can we know this isn't all just another lie?
Right. So, you be the judge. Heck, if I were you, I fear that I'd even struggle to trust me at this point. You met a Fatus who works as a magician, a trickster by trade. All by coincidence, too. But still, I'm asking you to trust me. I am no criminal. At least, not in this case.
Sorry. Please forgive us.
Well, you both say that, but... Right. Let's hear your answer first, and no lies now!
Of course. I'll answer any question you ask. We've been trying to find out how the Oratrice operates. We want to know why it has a consciousness. Why can it deliver sentences accurately? During our investigations, we learned that the machine's core is beneath it. From that moment on, Lynette and I have been designing this box swap trick, with the objective of getting close to the core.
Is that why you needed a whole minute?
That's right. In truth, the audience would take about 75 seconds to count down from 60, while I would only need 15 to get to the opposite box. So, after jumping into the tunnel, I accessed the Opera House basement via the vent, and went to investigate the room in which the core is stored.
That air vent was created during the construction of the tunnel specifically to execute this step.
Well, nothing. As soon as I reached that room and was about to investigate, I heard someone's voice. Which should have been impossible, of course. I was quite certain that I was the only one in the room. That voice seemed to recognize me and tried to speak to me. I chose to err on the side of caution and retreated the way I came. On the way back, I saw the broken vase and the clothes on the ground, but the countdown was almost finished, so there wasn't time to give it any thought. After that, the homicide occurred just as you saw.
Well, that explains why you didn't hear the thud.
Because of that prophecy I told you about, of course. We must know all we can about this nation's secrets in order to deal with that prophesized crisis.
That's the only way we can save everyone.
So, there you have it. The whole truth. I swear, I didn't hide anything from you this time. It was never my wish to proceed under this cloud of mistrust either. But, like I said earlier, you can be the judge. If you want to leave because you don't trust the Fatui, there's nothing I can do to stop you.
Well, Traveler, you decide. Paimon will follow your lead however you choose.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks for giving us a chance.
The current problem is that the scales are tipped pretty badly against you two. If we want to refute the Hydro Archon's accusations, we're gonna need a seriously watertight defense. Huh? Oh, Paimon thinks she gets what you mean.
The orchard's a core upon entering the tunnel did not witness granting place and thus did not hear the voice in the orchard's core chamber. Linny claims to have heard a mysterious voice within the chamber that houses the orchard's core within the Opera House underground structures.
Both parties have returned to their positions. Let us continue the trial. When last we left off, Mr. Linny acknowledged the new evidence presented by Lady Farina as fact. Therefore, Lady Farina may continue stating her reconstruction of the events.
That took long enough. Now then, if everyone would lend me their attention. At this stage, let's revisit that scene from Linny's perspective.
Based on the opposition's account of events, you can declare loopholes in the statements. Use evidence inclusive danger and accusation to refute any erroneous assertions of fact and replace them with new inference. Use your refutations to convince the audience and obtain more support from the people. The order chase will place such shifts. When you find and refute all incorrect content, you can complete the cycle of refutation and unfill the
As the countdown began, he entered the tunnel. When the flatbed trolley passed, he opened the box and got into an altercation with Halsey, which caused the loud thud. He did not realize that the sound could be heard by everyone in the Opera House, which is why he claimed earlier that he could not hear the sound. Finally, he used the vase to knock her out, before making her change clothes to prevent others from recognizing her. At this time, Cowell arrived in the tunnel, having heard that strange noise, and caught Linny red-handed. So Linny proceeded to knock him out too before stuffing him into that box. Afterward, Linny passed the unconscious Halsey to his accomplice through the magic box in the audience stands, before operating the devices such that Cowell's death would be ruled an accident. And there you have it. That's the truth behind what happened.
Does the defendant's side have any objections to Lady Farina's description of the events?
The key to refuting Lady Farina is the order of events. What Linny experienced and what he saw.
Okay, let's see. Identify loopholes. I don't need to refute this. He did enter the tunnel. He ended his run. He headed to the Orchis core upon entering the tunnel and did not witness the crime taking place and thus did not hear the thud. Okay, so this goes with the first one.
Seems this won't produce a particularly effective rebuttal.
Okay, well, this one right here. No one left the opera house.
See.
No. During the switching performance, there was an audible thump that the audience members heard. Okay,
According to Linny, he left via the vent after entering the tunnel. He couldn't have had that altercation with Halsey.
Yeah. What about this? Strange sound during the magic show. During the switching performance, there was an audible thump. No. What about this? Okay, this right here. No one left the opera house. No.
Linny went to the room that contains the Oratrice's core. This is the actual truth.
What did they say? Cowell walked in on Linny, so later knocked him out with the vase, leading to the victim's death. He knocked him out with the vase. That's not right. No one left Opera House, so there we go.
Linny did not take part in the underground altercation. He only witnessed traces of the aftermath.
Attention! Ace Detective Paimon has something to say! When the countdown started, Linny did indeed go into the tunnel. But he immediately used a vent to access the Opera House basement, which is where the underground core of the Oratrice is stored. Once he reached that area, he heard a voice in what should have been an empty room. Since he felt something was amiss, he returned immediately. The crime scene had already developed by the time he reached the tunnel again, and in order to complete the magic trick, he did not remain there for any length of time. Finally, he reached the surface, and that was when the accident happened from his point of view. Therefore, he's innocent!
Oh, dang, Paimon. Take it easy. Successful refutation. Oh, I can leave now.
Whew! Paimon did it! actually managed to say all that. Wasn't it awesome?
In other words, you believe that he knew nothing of the incident?
That's right!
Hi.
Hey, what's up, Wolfuno? How you doing? And are you playing the new update to Genshin, or are you just watching? Moreover, I believe my opposition's reasoning is flawed.
My reasoning?
The onstage equipment was clearly tampered with in a premeditated fashion. However, you say that Cowell bumped into Linny by chance.
If that's the case, then if Cowell hadn't entered the tunnel, who was the entire setup meant to kill? Assuming that what you say is true, Linny only needed to kidnap the young girl to cause a new disappearance case. What would the point of killing someone on stage be?
Oh, they have a point.
Just watching. I didn't even start Liu's Archon quest.
Oh,
And that's
I
why
heard
they're
that this
partners
is
of
one of the
mine.
best Archon
Managed
quests.
to turn things
You
around.
sure you don't mind spoilers?
Oh, well, your denial is very strident, I'll give you that. But what proof do you have to back your claims? Of course I do. If he had been in the magic box the whole time, how could he have not heard that sound? Why do you ask?
Yeah, I'm too far to care about
Saying
spoilers.
that he wasn't.
Oh, I see. Your claim has now become my weapon. Your claim has also become a critical piece. Information about the missing identity. I can't move down? Oh, there we go. Why is all this irrelevant?
Are you sure we don't need to give this more thought? Paimon thinks there's something off here.
Okay, what are we doing? Which is the evidence that Linny wasn't in the tunnel when the crimes took place? Entrances.
Also, wanna be friends on Genshin? Once the update is downloaded, I'll add you.
Alright, sure. Just be sure to subscribe and I'll get that. I'll do that if you aren't subscribed already. And I'll accept your invite on Genshin. During the switching performances, this was a horrible thought that many others wondered.
That's right!
This is
Linny
it.
Subscribe.
wasn't in the
Thumbs up.
box or in the
Hey,
tunnel.
thanks.
That's
what's
why
up.
he didn't hear anything strange during the performance. This
Once I get
means
some
that
time
when the crime
after they
happened,
finish talking,
Linny
I'll
had
add you.
already entered the basement.
You can see my
via
UID
the
right there on
vent.
the screen. I think you could add me from that. I forgot how to add people, not gonna lie. But I think you can send me a friend request using my UID. That means when the crime happened, Linny already entered the basement via the tunnel.
The same clue you used to disprove his alibi has now become the best proof! How do you like that?
Yeah, I can see the UID.
Alright, cool.
Played.
To think you'd use such logic. Well then, if it wasn't Linny who committed the crimes, then who was it?
Any characters this update you're looking forward to? Or that you got so far? I think Linny or Yelan so far. If Linny wasn't who committed the crime, then who was it? The murderer was... select the gear. Why they using Mail Traveler? Okay, select gear icons in the interface to check the corresponding cases. Select answers and fill the empty gears to verify the correctness of your deduction. If you made mistakes, you must make another selection from the remaining options. Once you have answered all the questions correctly, you can complete this logic chain. Okay, the guardies, or guards, I forgot how they say it. Investigation report indicates that fireworks released near the end of the show ignited and burned through the rope suspended in the water tank above the stage. This caused the water tank to fall and kill Cowell in the box below. How did the culprit trigger the on-stage accident? If Linny is no longer under suspicion, only the other members of the troop would have been able to tamper with the props. Linny gave a detailed account of how the trip was supposed to work by using a box inside a box, and the idea was for the box containing the audience member to be transported across via a tunnel underneath, and Linny himself would also use this tunnel to get to the other side. Having changed her outfit, Lynette and her assistant...
Yellen is 2 francs keyed, but she isn't my style of playing, but I'm pulling on her banner anyways, because of Bennett.
You want Lynette? Yelan is 2. Okay, you're pulling on her banner. Yeah, I had Yelan from when she first came out, but I didn't have any constellations, so I decided to pull for Yelan again for C1, since I had a guarantee. And I got her after 20 pulls, so I have her C1, and I think I'm gonna stop there. Then I put 20 more wishes into the weapon banner, but I don't want to waste all my wishes. I'm looking forward to the Hydro Archon and Arlecchino, I think that's her name, which is the Fatui Harbinger. So I gotta save up for those.
Also, I want C1 Barbara, so I can use her.
Oh, okay. Dang, you don't have C1 Barbara yet? You must be like a new player then? Like a fairly new player? The clothes belonging to Hazley, the lady who went missing, were found in the tunnel. The reason for this remains unknown. Select any clue to give detailed information. Okay,
the deceased's name is Cowell, Linny's assistant. He would have been able to tamper with the equipment. Halsey is the missing person and an ordinary audience member. Or did she have her own scheme all along?
I think so.
Could there have been a third person involved? Is that really a possibility?
I think Halsey might be the person, and then he came in and saw her doing something, and she killed him.
Nah, I'm 2 francs keyed.
So
I barely play the game. I joined on the Sino banner, but also school. I couldn't play too much.
I see. Yeah, I'm free to play also. I joined when the game first came out, so that's why I got so many characters and stuff. But yeah, you don't have to spend money in this game. Once you play long enough, you'll be able to get everything you want.
Halsey is the missing person and...
Okay, so how do I... Okay, select this. There we go. Hypothesis incorrect.
The deceased's name is Cowell, Linny's assistant.
I'm also a High 3 fan. Honkai is better, emo.
Okay, I see. I haven't played Honkai. I haven't played even Star Rail yet. This is the first Hoyoverse game I played. No.
The deceased's name is Cowell.
They really think he tampered with the slip?
Huh? That can't be right. Are you serious?
Yeah, I wouldn't have guessed that.
The killer was, in fact, Cowell, the deceased!
What the...
Oh, is that so? How interesting! Let's hear your reasoning then. What I must do next is recreate the truth. What Cowell did, and how he went from would-be perpetrator to victim.
Interesting.
No one entered or left the Opera House through its entrances. So, where would the criminal have wanted to take Halsey? The deceased's name is Cowell, Linny's assistant. He would have been able to tamper with the equipment. Halsey's clothing was in the tunnel. So, there must... The sound we heard may have come from a clash between the missing Halsey and the criminal. Linny was not in the tunnel at that moment, which gave our criminal ample time. It would have been tough for both people to fit into that vent. They would likely have bumped into Linny as well.
Oh, Linny heard a familiar voice also. Maybe he heard Halsey?
The deceased's name is Cowl.
Okay, so we're gonna start with that.
Halsey's clothing was in the tunnel. So there must have been some fear that she would attract attention. The sound we heard may have come from a clash between the missing... It would have been tough for both people to fit into that vent. They would likely have bumped into Linny as well. Linny was not in the tunnel at that moment, which gave...
No.
No one entered or left the
I don't see
opera
how
house
this
through
could
its
count.
entrances. So...
Oh, in the tunnel? Oh, okay, no.
No one entered or left the opera house.
I'm liking this play style. This sound effect and music is giving me nostalgia. When Doodle God was famous.
He would have been able to tamper with the equipment.
I don't get this.
Halsey's clothing was in the tunnel. So there must have been some fear that she would attract attention. It would have been tough for both people to fit into that vent. They would likely have bumped into Linny as well. No one entered or left the It would have been tough for both people to fit into that vent. It would have been tough for both people to...
Okay.
No one entered or left...
Both of those are wrong. So let's
Linny
go
was not in the
Linny
tunnel.
first.
It would have been tough for both people...
We're missing a piece of information. We have Zatat leaving aside how he did. Cal had all the means to commit the crime as his disposal. The strange noise could have likely been the sound of Cal and Hazley struggling. When he was not in the tunnel for a moment, this would have given time for Cal to bring Hazley out of the magic box in the Archon stands. But according to the guard's testimony, no one entered or left the opera house, so even if he had taken her, there'd be no means of exiting. Exiting from the box would have been full view of the audience, pretty much guaranteeing that they would be discovered.
What's wrong, Traveler? Are you still having trouble figuring things out?
I see how it is. So this was all just a bluff. And here I thought you had something to show for it. But it seems you're still far from the truth.
Look, since we're at a dead end, why not consider a different track? Just like the trick as it transpired, the end result must have been utterly different from the magician's initial design.
If only we knew how Halsey disappeared.
Well, that would be nice, but the tunnel only has 3 exits, and none of them seem very likely. And it's not like this is a magic trick where you can just make a real live person disappear. You know, like you did from that water tank, Lynette.
Excuse my interruption, dear opponents, but do you not see that the crowd is growing impatient? There is no greater sin in this opera house than an awkward delay in the performance.
If the defense is unable to make further effective arguments, we will move on to the next stage of the trial.
Linny was not in the tunnel at that moment, which gave our criminal ample time. The sound we heard may have come from a clash between the missing Halsey and the criminal. The deceased's name is Cowl, Linny's assistant. He would have been able to tamper with the equipment. The vase was not broken by chance. It was used to cover important evidence. The water.
Lynette escaped from the water tank, vanishing gradually and leaving only clothes behind. If there's a similar method where a person could be transformed into water...
Oh, just a moment, please. I do hope you know how preposterous you sound at the moment. How could a person ever be transformed into water? This is reality we're talking about here, not some magic trick. Must we really? I should think that of anyone. Your friend Linny already knows this truth very well. Magic tricks are ultimately just illusions and misdirection. But Halsey's disappearance is very real. We're talking about two completely different things.
Even so, I trust the Traveler's judgment. The truth must be out there somewhere. Perhaps some new line of reasoning may open if we try to gather all the focal points that don't make sense. Since Cal was the deceased, we haven't placed much attention on him. But given that we aren't making much progress with the case, it wouldn't hurt to have a look at his belongings, would it?
People really do come up with all sorts of harebrained schemes when at the end of their rope.
Nevertheless, I believe that this is a reasonable request on the part of an attorney. Since the trial does indeed appear to be at an impasse, I believe that additional evidence may help us make more progress. Guards, please step into the lounge and examine the personal effects of the deceased Cowell.
We are still examining the items, but we have already made critical progress that we feel must be shared with everyone.
She sounds just like Black Girl Cookie.
Is that a character from Honkai?
We discovered several test tubes of fluid within Cowell's baggage, each labeled separately. The notebook in his backpack claims that these fluids are... water from the Primordial Sea.
The Primordial Sea?
The note's contents also indicate that Cowell belonged to an organization that sells illegal drugs and that he had an accomplice. The notebook has many entries concerning
Mr. Pretty sounds like almond cookie,
in which the keyword dissolve appears many times.
Probably same voice.
One of these tubes was labeled Opera Epiclese, along with yesterday's date. It is empty. The notes also state that these dissolution properties work exclusively on people from Fontaine. It's likely that Halsey was chosen as some sort of test subject. As such, we believe that the defense's hypothesis is, in fact, supported by sufficient evidence.
Oh, so the
You've
water
gotta be
wasn't
kidding!
in the vase,
People dissolving
into water?
Could something so ridiculous actually be true?
Wait a moment. This reminds me of a certain prophecy, but it's just a coincidence, isn't it?
Huh. If people can become water, does that mean that the water tank's real use was as a means to hide water stains? And if Cowell was targeting that girl... Wait just a minute. Could that mean... You two, with me, quick!
Demoiselle, wait! What about your partners?
Let's go. Just trust me.
Order! Order! It is undeniable that further examination of the deceased's personal effects has yielded some surprising results. But we cannot yet verify the veracity of these clues. Still, let us assume that these clues are indeed authentic, albeit with the understanding that Ms. Halsey has yet to be found. Guards, please continue examining the items along these lines. Mr. Linney, it appears your hypothesis is supported
Also, did you visit Fishtown?
So please continue speaking.
Yeah, Fontaine. What do you mean Fishtown? Probably not, actually. If you're not talking about Fontaine, then no. I went underwater so far.
Of course. Thank you, Your Honor. If we uphold this hypothesis, I believe that many of this case's seemingly unrelated clues can be connected together.
Right! Like the metal hook! That one didn't make sense at all.
There's a town that the name is Fish. I'm French.
Let's think about this. Cowell's methods must have something to do with that water from the Primordial Sea.
Oh, I'm not sure. Probably not yet.
Asteriskin.
Water from the primordial sea, the liquid the guards found in Cowell's luggage seems to have the ability to dissolve Fontainians into water.
The deceased's name is Cowell, Linny's assistant. The water from the primordial sea should already have been prepped before Halsey entered the magic box. Now it seems like the hook rope was not meant for another magic trick, but was instead some form of triggering mechanism. Lynette was in the magic box on stage the entire time. Did she have something to do with this? I remember there was something else within the inner layer of that box.
Primordial Sea, Kyogre reference. Thinking face.
Not meant for another magic trick, but
Not
was
even
instead
sure.
some form of triggering mechanism. Lynette was in the magic box on stage the entire... The rope that strung the water tank up was lit by the fireworks and cut. As such, the focus here is on the water and not the tank. The rope that strung the water tank up was lit by the fire. Lynette was in the magic box.
Wait, no.
Lynette was in the magic box on stage the entire time. Now it seems like the hook rope was... The water from the primordial sea should already have been prepped before Halsey entered the magic box. I remember there was something else with... The water from the primordial sea should already... Lynette was in the magic box on stage.
I don't know.
The water from the primordial sea Lynette was in the magic box on stage the entire... I remember there was something else with it.
Oh, that was,
I remember there was something else with...
that was the same thing. I don't think the
Lynette
rope
was in the
has
magic
anything to
box
do
on...
with it.
The rope that strung the water tank up was lit by the fireworks and cut. I remember there was something...
Rope.
Now it seems like the hook rope was not...
There we go.
Ahem. It's Ace Detective Paimon's time to shine again! In the original plan, Cowell would tamper with the water tank rope and the number selector securing his target. When the magic box containing Halsey was lowered, the metal hook would retract gradually and pierce the balloon at the top of the box. When the balloon attached to the box popped, the water from the primordial seed inside it would pour down and dissolve Halsey. Afterward, Cowell would enter the tunnel and break the flower vase to conceal the water inside the tunnel, with the remaining evidence being covered up by the water tank on stage. But he encountered something unexpected in the tunnel, and wound up being fatally hit by the same water tank he meant to use to cover his tracks.
Huh. That does make sense.
That actually links together a lot of the more confusing pieces of evidence.
Oh dear, what do I do? Even I think they sound convincing now. Have I falsely accused an innocent person? What a humiliation.
Now, it seems like the only point of contention remaining is the exact circumstances that led to Cal's death. His notes mentioned he had an accomplice who could be related to the situation.
On that note, the guards have just contacted me indicating that they uncovered new evidence. I shall now invite him on stage to share it with us.
Thank you, Your Honor. We were just inspecting the luggage of the other people involved in this case. And we found an identical sample of the water from the primordial sea among Linny's personal effects.
What?
What?
That can't be.
Framing him.
Oh, I see. Well, how wonderfully comedic to have your own counterattack only to come back and wound you. Does this not clear all doubt? My dear citizens, my loyal audience, allow me to present my reasoning and bring this performance to a swift close. Linny did not need to take part in the
accusation
of the young woman at all.
Yeah.
Indeed, he did leave the scene via the vent. Having made modifications to the props beforehand, his accomplice Cowl then caused Halsey to vanish using the water from the primordial sea. But upon his return, in cruel avarice, Linny desired sole credit and prepared to do away with his partner in crime. Ultimately, he knocked Cowl out, and the tool meant to cover the crime up also became a murder weapon. Now, as much as I regret having come to such a viciously straightforward conclusion, it does seem that the famed Fatui is quite the cold-blooded and ruthless organization. Am I right, Mr. Linny?
We've used up all the evidence we collected. There's no way for us to make a rebuttal here. Is this the end of the road?
Oh no! Paimon can't think of anything either. It doesn't look like there's any way around this. Seems using the water as new evidence was too good a move. Why did this have to happen now?
I think we've all seen enough now. And we have ample witnesses to my flawless reasoning. I believe this is indeed the finale. Now then, my good, noble Chief Justice, should we not, in your view, move... excuse me, everyone!
Ever her appearance looks like Black Pearl.
Miss, I must ask you not to shout, and to respect the ongoing legal proceedings.
Oh, come on.
I'll
Don't be
have to look up
hasty.
these names
I have
later.
a good reason for
I don't know
interrupting,
anything you're talking about.
Now, would anyone here like to take a little break from all this debate and see a little magic? I'll show you an amazing trick. One that can bring a young woman who has disappeared back in the flesh, right before your very eyes. Please, do the honors, Mr. Linny, if you would be so kind.
What in the world is she saying?
No offense, miss, but miracles like that are beyond my scope as a magician.
Come on now, don't be silly. Magic is all about misdirection, isn't it? It often conceals the truth while presenting a fascinating illusion. But once everyone believes the illusion, can't magic reveal the truth to them once again? And wouldn't such a trick...
I also think the judge is a water dragon, similar to Cocofish.
On, Linny and Lynette, give it another go.
That could be possible.
Don't worry. Spina di Rasula has made the necessary arrangements on your behalf. But, as the magic makers and stars of the show, I think I should leave the final performance to you.
I understand.
And voila.
Sorry for the interruption.
Wait, isn't that Halsey? So the whole thing about people dissolving wasn't true after all?
To be clear, I'm only here because this person told me that if I testified, the merit of doing so would lessen my sentence. I was hiding outside this room listening to the proceedings because I was afraid that I would be the one put on trial. I was just feeling happy that no one had noticed me, and then before I knew it, she caught me.
That'll teach you to underestimate us three.
Where should I begin? I'm sorry. I'm the one who killed Cowl.
What is happening here?
I admit it.
What? Why?
Firstly, my name isn't Halsey. It's Lillian, and I'm originally from Mondstadt. I heard that Linny's show was gonna be a real thriller, but I missed the chance to buy a ticket, so I stole one. That's how I make a living. I steal stuff here and there. And I'd never been caught before. But I was noticed at the harbor a few days ago, and I barely got away. Lenny was the one who caught me in the act.
I forgot about her. Oh,
hey, no wonder you look familiar. So you were the thief.
I forgot about the thief.
Liddy even mentioned that you were pretty skilled.
Well, and I thought that would have been the end of it, but then the number selector chose me. He even mentioned the Fortress of Meripede. That's a prison, isn't it? So you can imagine how shocked I was. I thought he was onto me for sure.
Oh, so she didn't dissolve then because she's not a Fontainian. She stole the ticket that was supposed to be a Fontainian. And when the water didn't dissolve her, she ended up attacking Cowl. I see. Now it's making sense.
So I played along with the show while looking for an opening to flee. But then I got water poured on me for no reason, and then someone jumped into the tunnel to nap me. I wasn't going to take that lying down, so I knocked him out and stuffed him into the box. There was nowhere to run from there, though, so I had to change my clothes and hide in a box containing performance costumes. I slipped out after the first guard arrived at the scene and continued hiding inside the opera house.
Can a person even hide in there?
If they're practice hand concealment, probably a professional thief can make it.
But I swear, I didn't know that the water tank would fall down. Really, I swear it. Had I known that, I wouldn't have put him in the magic box. I may be a thief, but I'm no killer.
Well, that makes everything pretty clear now, doesn't it?
This time, we need to tell the entire story from Lillian's perspective.
Okay, I can do that. Alright, let's refute this. So, Linny did go into the tunnel. That's true. This...
So, it was an accident.
Yeah, the murder was an accident, but... I think she was... Yeah, someone is trying to, like, dissolve her, but not really her. Well, anyway, we'll figure it out. Let me see. During the switching performance, there was an audible thump, broken face, many pieces of the broken flower vase. Wait, what is this? Cowl planned to use the appropriate apparatus for the magic trick to dissolve hazily inside the magic box as they appeared completely unharmed before all of our eyes. So, there was no fight between Cowl and Linny. But what was the thump again?
The flower vase was not broken to cover anything up, but was smashed during the struggle between Lillian and Cowl.
Cowl, yeah. Okay. To choose a lucky member of the... Yeah. Well, I guess we can't use it there. Linny didn't knock Cowl out.
Lillian was afraid that she would be recognized if she left, so she changed clothes and hid, biding her time. Just what one might expect of an experienced thief.
guess nothing goes there.
The strange sound wasn't from a fight. It was Lily-Ann's attempt to break out when she was frightened.
And it's Ace Detective Paimon time! Having been selected out of the blue, Lily-Ann panicked. Her panic only intensified after she entered the tunnel and had water poured on her head. So she kicked the door open, producing the thud we all heard. Hearing the commotion, Cowell leapt into the tunnel, only to discover that Lily-Ann had not dissolved. He did not know that Lily-Ann was not from Fontaine, but was a thief who made her way in by stealing a ticket. Mistakenly believing that the water...
I love this Paimon phrase. She's the funniest detective.
Yeah.
He tried to force Lily-Ann back into the box. The two broke the flower vase during the struggle, but Lily-Ann came out on top, knocking Cowell out and putting him in the box. With no way of escaping, she changed her clothes and hid in the costume trunk until the performance ended.
Successful refutation.
She knew that she would have to go through guard inspection if she tried to leave afterward. So, she has been trapped in the Opera House these last 2 days.
Wow.
She had already become desperately hungry by the time we were chatting over macarons. So, she swiped 2 of them right under our noses. Talk about a sneaky thief.
At this point, all the events that happened in the tunnel have now come to light.
Ah, so that's the whole story.
Bravo! Bravo!
Now then, Lady Farina, do you wish to speak against the defense's statements? Please answer the question, Lady Farina. Also, if I may add, the trial has not yet ended. As such, I request that the prosecution not leave the room before the proceedings have concluded.
He's trying to run away.
What? Are you reading my mind now? No. I have no further arguments. I admit defeat. But really, could you at least have left me with some dignity?
Wow. Look at that. She's like a deflated balloon now.
If there are no objections,
then
as the Chief Justice of Fontaine, I shall once again repeat the full sequence of events. The actual perpetrator of the serial disappearances, Cowell, selected his next victim from the audience reservation list. With some modifications to the selector, he could ensure that the pre-selected young woman would be chosen. To cover up any evidence while committing the deed, Cowell thought of allowing the water tank to fall, which would conceal the water left behind after the young woman was dissolved. He also tampered with the rope suspending the water tank, using the fireworks at the end of the performance to cause the tank to drop and hide the watermarks. He poured the water from the primordial sea into a balloon during the preparation of the magic box and stuck it to the box's lid. Finally, he passed the prepared hook on a rope through the gap in the magic box's door when bringing the young woman to said box. When the magic trick officially began, the box containing the woman was lowered into the tunnel, tightening the hook rope and bursting the balloon containing the water. If all had gone to plan, the young woman would be dissolved at this time. However, Lily-Ann was not from Fontaine, and thus fled the box with a loud noise. Realizing that there was trouble, Cowell entered the tunnel and met Lily-Ann. Thinking that the waters had not yet taken effect, he decided to proceed. However, his opponent was more capable than he thought, and he was overcome by the magic box, and thus became his own final victim. Lily-Ann, according to her own statements, then changed clothes and hid until the performance ended, before hiding in other parts of the opera house. As for Linny, he was in the underground structures within the opera house, and was thus ignorant of these happenings. From this reconstruction of events, we can conclude that Linny, the accused, is in fact innocent.
Hooray, Lily and Lynette! Amazing!
While there is much in Lyney and Lillian's conduct that should still be investigated separately, this case, at least, can be handed over to the Oratrice to make the final decision.
Wait, that looked like a ticket from Star Rail. That's crazy. I haven't played Star Rail though, but you know.
As such, Lyney and Lynette are officially declared not guilty.
Great work, partners. Thank you all. Thank you so much.
Next, I think we deserve an explanation, Guard Vaughn.
Exactly.
How did you find the water from the primordial sea in Lyney's baggage?
Right! Your discovery caused me to make a serious mistake, you know. Or was that not a discovery, but false evidence that you dare to bring before this court?
I suspect that the accomplice meant... I'm sure you know what you must do to lessen your sentence.
Speak quickly! Unless you want to earn yourself a one-way ticket to Coupon Town.
I was just following orders. We were supposed to place blame for the serial disappearances onto Lyney, and thus cause suspicion to fall on the Fatui. The higher-ups said this was the best opportunity to do so.
And now that your plan has fallen through, and the secrets of the water have been revealed, you have become a liability to said higher-ups, yes? Therefore, you would be wise to tell everything you know, and seek the protection of the guards.
Yes, I'll tell you everything I know. Our boss discovered that the water can cause people to dissolve. It can also be made into a potion, which when extremely diluted, can cause people to experience unforgettable exhilaration. We've been in this business for a while now, and have made decent more off it. The disappearances were also the boss's idea. I mean, this is the boss we're talking about. The...
And now he can no longer talk.
Such ruthlessness. I shouldn't have expected any less of them.
An outrageous act. All present, please submit to inspection immediately.
Nothing was found on the scene apart from the liquid left behind after dissolved.
So, we're just going back now?
The problem seems to have been solved for now. We're not needed here
That's
anymore.
true, but...
Traveler, Paimon! Please wait.
Lyney...
I know you may not want to speak to me right now. Maybe you don't even want to look at me. But still, let me thank you again for defending me to the end. Even after you learned that I'm a member of the Fatui. I guess. But regardless, I'd like the opportunity to set things straight. I didn't approach you with any ulterior motives or ill intent. I've spoken to you as myself, just plain Lyney this entire time. As for why I'm a Fatus, it's because the goals of the House of the Hearth align with those of an orphan like me. That's all. That was how Father, who you might know as the Knave, approached recruiting us back then too.
The Knave? The one who controls the House of the Hearth? She's your father?
That's right. And since we're here, I was wondering, would you mind hearing a story? It's about my past. Back when our parents first died, Lynette and I were left wandering the streets. To survive, I took to surreptitiously observing an older street performer who did magic. It took me several days to figure out how he pulled off his amazing tricks. I took my sister through several streets until we found a crowded corner, and we began to perform magic tricks there. To my surprise, we proved to be pretty popular, and we could at least stop worrying about where our next meal would come from for a time. But I didn't want my sister to remain a street rat together with me forever. Before long, an aristocrat came to me and claimed that he wished to take us in after watching my performances.
So you went from orphans to nobility just like that?
That was how we felt at first, too. As if fate was on our side and we could say goodbye to those painful days. But I gradually discovered that while we were called foster children, he was really after my talent for magic tricks. He would constantly take me to all sorts of banquets to garner attention, which he would then use to expand his social circles.
That doesn't seem too bad either. Better than roaming the streets at any rate.
It took a while for me to realize just how dark his heart really was. After one particular performance at a banquet, I discovered that Lynette was not on the same return vehicle as me. I waited a long time after we returned home, but she did not come back. I went to that noble's bedroom and asked him about her whereabouts. The answer he gave me was, she caught the eye of the most eminent person at the banquet, so I sent her over as a gift. I mean, you'll be able to perform your magic regardless of who your assistant is, yes?
Oh no. So he was gonna... But wouldn't Fontaine's laws deal with such people?
As far as outsiders are concerned, this is a relationship akin to adoption or foster care, and they have their ways of escaping the eye of the law. I managed to ferret out the location of the mansion of that so-called eminent person, and hurried through the night. But by the time I leaped over the walls, avoided the guards, and made my way in, all I saw was the moonlit ground covered in blood, and the knave standing there in the darkness.
So, she'd already taken care of that guy.
That's right. She had rescued my sister before she could come to any harm, and had even discovered several girls hidden in a basement, all of them orphans. Father, I mean, the knave, might have seen something in me, and so she made me an offer. The House of the Hearth welcomes you, for your interests align with ours. Here, none will ever betray you. Indeed, betrayal shall never be permitted here. I was hesitant to trust her. I mean, I had just been betrayed by nobles. But she was also quick to destroy the noble who had taken us in at first, giving us back our freedom.
Oh, so that's how the two of you joined the House of the Hearth.
She has her own plans. She has gained permission from the Sarita to first use the Gnosis' power once she obtains it. She plans to use it to find a way to break the prophecy and save Fontaine.
So, she believes in that prophecy too?
That's right. The whole House of the Hearth is currently working to combat that crisis.
So it's good to know she's not all bad.
Today's case has also proven that people from Fontaine can indeed dissolve into some sort of water, thus further supporting the prophecy. All of us house members here, Lady Arlecchino herself included, are from Fontaine. We won't give up on defending our homeland. To us orphans, the only connection we have left to this world, apart from our family, is our homeland.
So, from small deeds like distributing magic pockets to huge schemes like stealing a Gnosis, everything is aimed at dealing with that prophecy.
It's all right. I understand. The only thing I can do is relate all this to you. I just hope you can understand that even as a member of the House, I have never stopped making my own decisions, and that I believe what I'm doing is right. If you should need anything at all in the future, feel free to find me. I will do my best to help you, as plain Linny.
Linny isn't too bad, not gonna lie.
Bye, Linny!
But I already have my mind set on what characters I want.
The Gnosis for other things.
That's true also. Also, let me know when you sent me that invite.
BTW, when will Child appear?
When will Child appear? I already saw him in the story so far. But he might appear again soon.
Hey there! What was with the disappearing act you pulled right as the
Were you looking for us, Navia?
Well, this whole thing isn't exactly over, is it? I do feel that we're getting closer to solving the serial disappearances case, though. Don't you think so, too? Huh? What's wrong, my dear partner?
I was really only trying to defend Lenny. I wasn't necessarily looking to serial disappearance cases.
Besides, are you sure we're the ones
shown in the trailer.
a case that's been cold for decades now?
Yeah, that part already
Given
happened.
that there's new evidence
in
from
the
the
Archon
trial,
quest.
there should be a trail of breadcrumbs for the Hydro Archon's people
Well,
to
he
follow
appeared,
now,
but
right?
nothing really happened after that. Yeah.
I see. Well, I won't lie. I'm a little
I just don't want him dying.
But I suppose you are just travelers who have only arrived in Fontaine after all. Sorry. I might have been too presumptuous.
Don't say that, Navia.
Ah, and we were having so much fun investigating with you, too. It was like having new waters flowing into a stagnant mire, causing new hope to spring forth, and the reflection in the murk to become clearer. Well, sorry about that. I'm a bit prone to nostalgia. Don't mind me. Wait, shall we have a farewell meal? You know, to commemorate our time as partners?
Huh? Do we really need to get that formal? Well, guess you really did treat us as partners, huh?
Well, I'd just like to have a proper ending to every important memory. That way there are no regrets later. Anyway, it would just be a meal, so it shouldn't take up too much of your time.
You don't have to twist Paimon's arm. If Boss Navia's treating, count Paimon in!
Oh, wonderful. In that case, why don't we return to the court of Fontaine and head to the Hotel de Bois? I believe we'll make it just in time for dinner.
All right then, let's have our farewell meal.
Food equals Paimon.
That's right. Now I gotta go farm this boss real quick.
How is the playstyle so smooth? I wish my PC was like that.
Oh, this is PS5.
Gather!
Ring cutter! No, my sword! Body and mouth.
Animal test 6308. Absorption test.
Here comes the cash. Busted. Quietly now. Busted.
Stabilize!
Animal test 6308. Stand clear.
Quietly now.
Yellen does look like it would be good with Candace, right?
Candace? I think Candace only imbues people with polearms or swords. I'm not sure. I'm not really sure. I don't even have Candace, by the way. I wish I did.
Gosh, my PC isn't helping. Wait a few more before I can add you.
Okay. Yeah, I got
Take it easy.
came here several times with my father when I was little, but stopped eating here as often after growing up. I hope the food here will be to your taste.
Oh, don't worry. We haven't eaten at a hotel like this in a while. Paimon's getting excited already.
In that case, I'll go order for us first. Please wait here a moment.
Ooh, everything looks so good. People in Fontaine sure know how to enjoy life.
Why, of course. Go ahead, try whatever you like. If the food's good, I'll make a group reservation for the rest of Spina di Rosula next time.
And if it's not?
Well, then I'll still bring everyone. Albeit with only one dish per table.
Emergency food, really like food.
Sure have your own way of doing things. Oh, we called this a farewell meal, but we could also treat it like a victory feast, right? We did just win that case after all.
Oh, true. Very true. In that case, boss, we'll have another 2 dishes.
Huh? Paimon didn't mean that you had to order even more food. Speaking of cases, do you think that the mastermind behind the serial disappearances will get caught soon now that this has all happened?
Well, we've certainly taken a big step forward, but I feel that's about it. We know that there's an organization that means to dissolve these young women, but we still don't know what they are really after.
If it hadn't happened right in front of us, Paimon wouldn't have ever believed that a person could be dissolved like that.
Right? Yet it was because this was such a preposterous notion that the investigation could never really move forward before.
Ugh. If only that guy could have finished speaking! We were so close to hearing who was behind it.
In such investigations, even the smallest step can seem like a yawning chasm if the trail of clues is cut off. To be honest, I don't have high hopes for any follow-up that the authorities might conduct. It's not that I don't have faith in their ability, it's just that a different perspective is required in some matters. It's easy to guard against and deceive a single narrow perspective. A shift in thinking is required at such times in order to produce a breakthrough. Which is exactly why the Spina di Rosula exists. Those highfalutin folk are not all-knowing. That's why we exist. To seep into the cracks where filth falls through. Where their watch fails them. That's the kind of problems we solve.
Seems Paimon thought things were simpler than they actually are.
It's all right. Well, this was supposed to be a farewell meal, so I doubt you have further interest in this business, right? Let's talk
what
about
other
something
games
else.
do you play, by the way, Wolf?
Like, what are your future plans?
We wanted to ask the Hydra Archon for some information, but we haven't had much opportunity.
That's true.
to do so.
We didn't have a chance to speak to her after the trial ended. It didn't really seem like the right time or place to do it anyway.
I see.
Nice.
So, your primary
What's one or
objective,
two that comes
which has
to
been
mind?
foiled so far,
Like,
is
I like
have
to
a
play
chat with the
Kingdom
Hydra
Hearts,
Archon.
Final Fantasy,
I've heard
Resident
that there's a
Evil,
long
stuff
line
like
of people
that.
waiting to meet Lady
So
Farina.
maybe I might stream one of those
I
someday.
suspect you'll be waiting for quite a while, considering that you missed your chance today.
But right now, because of school, I've only been focused on one game,
Super
which
popular
is
here in
Genshin.
Fontaine, and that it'll be tough getting any of her time.
Well, would you consider some more, unique ways? Perhaps even methods of, let's say, questionable legality?
Guess that's Spina di Rosula's boss for you. Chock full of sketchy ideas. Well, what did you have in mind?
Well, one way would be to infiltrate a performance troupe at the Opera House, only to abandon your act at the play's climax and ask to speak to her after the performance. I'm sure Lady Farina would be eager to see the ending, and would agree in order to finish watching the play, don't you think?
Could you suggest something a little more practical? This plan seems pretty hard to pull off. We'd have to go learn how to act, and acting's really hard.
All right, here's another. Find a way to conceal yourselves under her bed. Then wake her up in the dead of night and demand answers. Don't let her go back to sleep until she answers all your questions. I can personally testify that this one works. When I'm sleepy, I'll do anything as long as I can finally get some sleep.
That might work, but that's not really the problem. The problem is we don't want to get ourselves arrested.
Ah, valid point. I overlooked that part. I was just... all right, no more joking around. Perhaps you could... Oh, I don't know. Cut the line when she's on a break. You did defeat her in court, clearing citizens of hers from false accusations. False accusations she had nearly upheld personally.
I play all 3 Cookie Run games, Brawl Stars, Pokemon, Unite and Cafe Remix, Subway Surfers, Among Us, Criminal Case, Honkai Impact 3rd, Honka.
Oh wow. Lots of stuff I haven't played. Oh, Subway Surfers, I played that. Among Us. I played something similar to Among Us, but never actually Among Us yet. Roblox and something town. Ponytown. I see.
I also have Legends of Equestria.
Wow. That's what's up.
You mean that if we catch her while she's on a break, she might be too embarrassed to refuse? Oh, that does make some sense.
It's worth a try with someone with her personality really feels.
Why don't we give it a try after this meal? You know, strike while the iron is hot and all.
Huh? Paimon, did you drink my Fanta?
Not counting the multiple Pokemon console games.
Yeah, I feel you.
Sorry about that. Paimon wasn't really paying attention and the cup was right next to Paimon. Would you like to order another?
No, it's fine. We're just about done here.
Alright. Honestly, Paimon wouldn't recommend Fanta anyway. It tastes kind of salty and icky.
Is that so? Huh. Well, in that case, we'll have to blacklist the Fanta here then. If we're all finished eating, then I'll go pay.
Yeah, we're stuffed. Thanks for the treat.
Oh now, hang on the glutton.
Facts.
Oh, so full. Paimon can barely float anymore.
You could try walking, you know, and you could try floating a little lower.
Nah, that would be so... normal. You know, like you.
Wow.
Okay. As for expenses this month, we're left with...
Hey, Navia! What are you doing over there?
Oh, nothing. It was just a meal, you know? Nothing the Spina di Rosula can't cover.
That's pretty pricey meal, I feel like.
Let's get ready to try to meet the Hydro Archon again. Bye, Navia!
So this is goodbye, huh? Well, if you do encounter any other trouble in Fontaine, you're always welcome to contact the Spina di Rosula. I'll give your requests the highest priority. In any case, I wish you smooth sailing. I'll see you again, partner.
See ya!
It's like rain falls without reason.
I love Navia.
Yep, she's nice. Get all these now that this place is unlocked. Ooh, yes, don't mind if I do. W. I'm gonna check that out soon. Whoa, this is really good. This could be an offset piece for Yelan. Okay, so I got a good cup and a good feather.
Bootilda good luck.
Right? but now we just gotta see how it rolls. Okay, let's see the feather. Was this it? No. Was this it? This was it. And it's a 4-stat roll. You might see some crazy rolling today. Let's see. I only want crit rate, crit damage, and maybe I'll take one elemental mastery. What was that? Okay, that's one elemental mastery. That's not
Funny that I
bad.
only have one 5-star and is Electro Fake Cat Girl.
Oh, I still don't even have ka-ching. We got some crit rate. Let's go. Give us some crit damage. HP, that's not good. Crit damage. Just give crit damage twice.
I wanted my baby girl, but I didn't get him. Hyphen.
You didn't get him? Who are you talking about? No way. Okay, this is bad. I don't think I keep rolling this. Nah, that's not good. Okay, what about this cop?
Skara.
Oh, Skara? I got Skara. He's cool. He's cool. This has energy recharge, so that's not too bad. Okay, whatever. But roll something else, please. Okay, energy recharge. Energy recharge again. Questionable. I have nothing left.
When I complete the Sumeru quest, I'll name him Baby Girl, because I can.
Wow, I named him Dark Riku, because he reminds me of Riku, a character from Kingdom Hearts. Specifically Dark Riku, also. So yeah. Okay, this is bad. Oh my gosh, bro. 2 pieces that were kinda good turned out really bad. By the way, did you add me? Yeah or no?
It's been so long I have heard of Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah. Oh, let me show you. I do have him named. I have him built also, and I have C6 Farazan.
No, still connecting to the server.
Look at how he just enters. That's the boy. That's the boy. I have him on a Shimenawa set. I didn't actually farm any artifacts for him, and luckily my official had a good Shimenawa set, and he uses that right now.
Aga. The baby.
Yeah, I still gotta level him up more, but I'm not getting any of these. This is underground. I can't change the map to see it yet. I don't know if I waste my resources on trying to level up Traveler, Hydro Traveler. Where is she? I don't know, to be honest. I'll try.
The wind rises.
My PC is being mean to me.
No problem.
It just lagged.
I want to do some exploration for a little bit.
Solidified!
Dare to mess with me?
Squall and Fury!
Was he throwing fish at them so they could eat? Why is there so many, like, dead fish over here?
The wind rises. Squall and Fury. Quit following me. Behold! Too slow. Take it and have fun.
Requested.
Oh, you got it? Oh, let's see. Oh, I see you. Accept Wolf Luna. Oh, you are level 21? You really just started, huh? Check information. Spiral Abyss 2. These are your characters. Nice, not bad. Alright, gotcha. I think those things are really hard to beat.
I main Candace. She's my favorite and the first banner character I got.
Oh, nice. But you can you even level her up though? But we need mats from, where is it? Fontaine. I mean, not Fontaine. From Sumeru. How do I do this?
I already capped her.
Oh, you already capped her? Nice.
I need AR-25 for next ascension.
Oh, okay. Miraculous Anthony Roger aircraft. Experimental aircraft propelled by energy generated from Numa
And yes, I have Sumeru unlocked.
Annihilation. Nice. It will proceed as long as it's set with activated through Roger claims that nothing will happen during your journey. The truth of the matter might not be as so he claims. Alright. So I gotta go up and get this. Let's get some exploration finished. Or done.
Holy moly, so many events.
So many events, yeah. Wait, I need you. Okay, it's gonna go to it. W.
A reward on the road.
Is that it? Alright. I'm guessing that's it.
Wait, I can unlock Fontaine for some reason.
Oh wow.
Is it because I have Sumeru unlocked?
Probably. I thought you would have to complete all the Archon quests to get that though. I could be wrong.
I even have a waypoint already unlocked.
Nice. Enjoy Fontaine then. Okay, how do I unlock this?
Oh wait, it was visual glitch, NPM.
Oh wow. Where is that? Do I need another one? Hello? There we go. Did I get all?
No, I do have it unlocked, but it's in Sumeru. So yes, it's because I have Sumeru unlocked.
Oh, okay.
Gonna go to France and wish there to see if I have any luck.
Alright. Good luck.
That is, if the game doesn't crash.
Yeah. Well, the auto shows me where the thing is. Thanking me for free.
Holy home, France uses violins instead. I think the trumpets would be too obvious.
Why are they singing? I need your mat. Oh, look at this one sleeping. Or just chilling. Sorry, little guy. I need two more? Oh, come on. Oh. What ability is this? Xenochromatic Bubble Blusters Bubble Beast, whatever. A pulse and sonar wave does detection. Base capabilities. Holding it down will allow you to aim continuously, releasing sound waves. Okay.
Man, I feel you. These things are so annoying.
So what do I have to do here? Echoing conch. This seems to be a special biological device made by some ancient civilization and Fontaine created for various types of training. Activated, it generates visible sound waves that can detect invisible objects nearby. I see. Sonar resonance points. Using Blubber Beast sonar capabilities and echoing conch's unique properties, you can discover some locations that resonate with their effects. Some of these discoveries might reveal some unexpected treasures. Alright, so... there we go. Hey buddy, you gonna give me something? The last one I saved gave me stuff.
The underwater ruins in black 2 and white 2.
Oh. I haven't really played any Pokemon games. Wait. Hydro Crystal Flies. There's some stuff in there.
I have, and I'm shiny hunting in them.
Nice. I have a Switch. I really need to play a Pokemon game, not gonna lie. What is this? Oh. Oh wow, it's making me run on water. Kokomi will be so proud. Wait. Oh. Finally? I was wondering if you were gonna give me something.
You should. Scarlet and Violet are amazing. And Legends Arceus is also a really good open world game.
Gotcha. There's two things in there, but there's one thing right here. Should I just kill these dudes? I don't know if I should be killing these guys, not gonna lie. Oh, do I just echo this? Why is it going over there? There we go.
Plus the new DLCs are amazing and pretty hyped, at least for who shows Violet, because Raging Bolt is not that great of a design.
Oh, okay, I see.
I'll keep this close.
Do you know why Miho did Hazu dirty in his birthday? He doesn't deserve it.
Hazel did dirty in his birthday. Why? What happened? What they did to him?
They did a pretty suggestive art on his 2022 birthday. And now, everyone is calling him horny.
Oh yeah, I see. That's a fishing location over there. I haven't tried the fishing and I need that new weapon.
Oh my, this is giving me Pondino cookie vibes. The skill, it's the same as this swimming section.
Oh, okay. What is this? Furnishing blueprints? I don't have any of those. Need that for the rod. And this is refinement material. Okay, let's start fishing and see what I get.
Just need patience. Stay strong.
Oops. This is my first time fishing in so long.
Steady now! It's the final stretch! Wow, Paimon's stomach is rumbling already!
I need to get this little guy. Hopefully he likes the bait. He doesn't like the bait. He doesn't like it. He doesn't like it.
Just need patience. Stay strong.
This looks harder than Minecraft fishing.
I don't think he likes the bait. I gotta find a bait that it does like. It's not too hard.
Stay strong.
Yeah, it definitely doesn't like the bait. I need to go craft bait. Why is she talking so much? I've fished before. I wouldn't mind a job like that. Yeah, I think. What the?
The fish saw you grabbing their friend. That's why they didn't want to bite.
True. I do still need all those other types of fish. Okay, before I go crafting, I'll try to get some of those others, see if they bite. Oh, this one bites. I'll get as many as I can before I leave.
Fun fact, did you know that a fish's memory can last for 3 months?
Yeah!
No, I did not.
Got him! What is it? What is it? Is it another Paimon?
I wonder what animal has the longest memory.
Stay strong.
I think it's a crow, right? Crows have the longest memory or something.
Whoa! Nice catch!
Elephants, no.
Elephants? Probably that too. Okay, all these rests don't like that bait. I need to go craft some, and the fishing spot is over there. Lots of people keep joining and leaving. I'm really hoping some of these people subscribe, you know? That would be the best thing ever. Where do I craft baits? I need oranges, or whatever that's called.
Just Googled, and, no surprise, it's our sea counterpart.
Our sea counterpart,
the dolphins.
Dolphins, yeah.
It can last for 20 years.
Oh wow.
Mine doesn't even last a minute.
Ad Astra
Well, actually, let's get some of these here. These characters are okay. Let's go with that. Are there supposed to be stores I could buy stuff from? There we go.
Yeah, my game isn't loading.
This. Prices for dealing with the well-intentioned, but we've already dove down here to check her hut, leaving it completely bare like this is kind of a shame. Maybe there's something more we can do. Let's put a fish on it. It's pretty alright. It sounds like a good idea as long as it can cheer up her and help understand. Let's do it. Let's give her this fish. I have a lot of these.
strong.
Just now I finally caught a huge fish. This fish is physique and weight are beyond compare. My friends at the association will be agog when they see it. And it's all thanks to your advice. As today I have finally ceased to be a fishless. I must sincerely express my deepest gratitude to you both. We just want to ask, don't you usually use bait? Paimon means, what is your favorite kind of bait to use? Why are you suddenly asking about that? I'm not a proficient with bait types, really. I only heard an older angler say the more bait diffuses, the more fish can trap. So I supplemented the most popular bait with fungus with a substance that dissolves more easily. Alright, later. I might get off soon too after I finish talking with this character. Hold on, does this mean overly soft bait will lose out to line breakers in battle? Is that why I never managed to catch any fish before? But the bait she used completely disintegrated. If it just turned into soup and water, then why would the fish ever bite the hook? I think I understand. I finally understand. You two have granted me the essential epiphany. Please accept my sincerest thanks. Of course, this forager reward isn't enough. Once I become a master angler renowned throughout Fontaine, you will be known as my distinguished mentors. Such title would be priceless. As I'm going to alter the composition of my bait, I'll make it sturdier, and then I'll beat the strongest line breakers with but a few bugs. That's not exactly how it's supposed to work, but at least Delaroche knows not to use bait that's easily dissolved. Things turn out okay, right? If everything goes smoothly, imagine. Yeah. Okay, let's see what I could do. I can't use anything else. I gotta craft these other things. Does she not sell me any? Come on now. Alright, well that's gonna be the end of the stream right now. I need some of those oranges.
Just learned